Alright, so last night I said I was feeling negative, but I actually woke up today feeling amazing. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and do Black Panther versus Deadpool, one of the wildest beefs I've ever covered. I'm actually recording outside. It's beautiful outside today. And if you like content like this, if you want to see these two characters return, I believe they beef a few more times. Smash the like button, 500 likes, and they will return. Also, if you didn't see Pre-Retcon Beyonder vs. the Hood, check that shit out, blood, because it was crazy. But anyways, if you don't get the reference, definitely go watch that video. It's a god tier story. But yeah, this is covering Black Panther versus Deadpool, literally a crossover event. I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm not going to waste your time anymore. You've been waiting for a long time for this. That Hulk jobbing video will be out later. But yeah, let's get right to it. Without further ado, let's begin. So this story basically starts off with Black Panther exploring what it's like to be king and to take the throne. You see, the throne's changed for Wakanda back in his ancestors' time. And for reference, he is currently king of the dead in this story, so he does have those powers. Just keep that in mind. His ancestors were isolated. They lived in their own area. They completely were disconnected from the outside world. It was a different ball game. Now, Black Panther, aka T'Challa, has to rule his throne differently because they're worldwide connected now. And then, we see a kind of a hint to the upcoming beef, and it's interesting. It's actually, I think, a little more deeper than you think. By the way, shout out to the art. The art is beautiful in this run. They're kind of shown as two sides of the coin, Black Panther and Deadpool, and a lot of that has to do with the difference between them and honor, which is a massive part of their beef, and this shit gets ridiculous. So let's continue. We pan over to T'Challa walking. And he's been asking his mom if he's a great king, and he's going around doing good king shit. Like, he's in the streets, walking around, comforting people. Like, he meets a child that's, very emotional, and he comforts them, and overall just being, a great leader and role model for the community. But of course, this happy, loving moment and this great kingship moment is ruined and interrupted by Deadpool. When he's like, yo, bitches, this is Black Panther versus Deadpool. Like, y'all need to tune into both sides, and my story is legit. And we see that at this current juncture, Deadpool's basically like beefing with Wrecker. Like, there's gonna be an upcoming dispute between him and the Wrecker, who is not the most famous villain in Marvel, but he has been around for a while. So this is when we go completely over for a bit to Deadpool's story, right? And he's beefing with the Wrecker. He's pulling up on the Wrecker. They're getting into it. It's an intense chase and fight. He eventually gets, explosives out, and he handles his business. Bodies the Wrecker, right? And he gets his enchanted crowbar. Now, the funniest part about this was that Deadpool, when he got that shit, he's like, oh, look, an enchanted crowbar. This definitely won't be a plot fucking device later on in the story, which you'll see it does play into the story. But yeah, he got the drop on the Wrecker, was bodying him. But unfortunately, when this occurred, all the explosions happened, he won, but the mailman, the sweet old mailman for the Fantastic Four, was struck by shrapnel and was near death's door. And at this point, Deadpool feels the need to be civically responsible, so this is killing him. He instantly grabs the old man and rushes him to the hospital. By the way, in the live chat down below, predict what leads to the beef between Deadpool and Panther, because I'm sure you don't know by now. It's getting kind of crazy, right? But predict real quick, because it's about to be revealed how the beef starts. Did you predict? W's in the chat if you did. But anyway, let's continue. So Deadpool takes him to the hospital. The hospital's like, yo, this shit's too close to his heart. We really can't save him. And Deadpool's like, dude, I'm civically responsible. There has to be a way you can save him. First of all, this fucking Marvel universe. There's got to be some crazy shit out here you can do. And one of the doctors goes, we could use vibranium therapy. And Deadpool's like, what the fuck is that? And the doctor goes, well, first of all, we can't even do it unless we get a good size portion. I think it was like a bullet size, actually, of vibranium. Then we can conduct the hypothetical experiments. And that's Deadpool, like, to her surprise, was like, oh, bet, bitch. Like, I know where there's a fuck ton of vibranium. I'm pulling up on Wakanda. And this is where we see the beef start. First of all, keep in mind, Deadpool might get canceled in my live chat about 4 times throughout this video, but that's okay because it's Deadpool. He breaks into Wakanda instantly. Like, literally, that's fucking crazy because Wakanda's defense is wild. And he gets in there, and the guards bring him in. And when he sees T'Challa, he goes, yo, Hakuna Matata, my boy, what's up? And I was like, bro, you can't say that. But yeah, he said that to, first of all, I don't know, should we give him a point for that in the beef? I don't know, let me know in the live chat if he deserves a point for that. But he was like, yo, Hakuna Matata, my boy, I need some vibranium. And then these two start going back and forth, right? And Deadpool's like, look, bro, I need my vibranium. I got some shit to do. I only need a little piece. That's all I need. And Panther's like, no. Like, screw off. You're a horrible person. Like, I would never help you. You're, like, Deadpool, you're a piece of shit. And Deadpool is like, bro, first of all, just admit you're avoiding a classic Marvel team-up. And T'Challa's like, dude, I have no idea what you're talking about. And Deadpool's like, yeah, you do, bitch. This is supposed to be a team-up story. And T'Challa's like, stop. You're being crazy. Like, I'm not giving you shit. Get out of here. You are literally a horrible person. And this starts to trigger Deadpool. Deadpool's like, dude, shut up. I'm being civically responsible. I'm here because I'm trying to save the homie. Like, you're being a dick just because of who I was in the past. That's not fair to me, my boy. Like, I'm civically responsible. It's different now. And they get to arguing still. At this point, the argument gets so bad, Deadpool's like, you know what? Fuck it and fuck you. Sparks a brawl. They start brawling immediately. Shuri jumps in, which was kind of whack. Let the boys fight. She kind of jumps in for a little bit of a 2v1. And this star cell energy that they have, this like new tech, blasts Deadpool. So Panther drops him, right? I'm only going to give him half a win because he ran a 2v1. In my opinion, that doesn't really count much for a win. Let me know in the live chat. Do y'all count, how much of a win do y'all count that? I only count it as half a win because it's like, dude, you had to jump the kid. Like, that's not that big of a W. So when Deadpool got blasted, he lost his arm too, right? So he's got one arm at this point. It's not healing back. And he gets into a 1v1 brawl with one arm against Black Panther. It's fair this time. However, he gets shredded. Like, Black Panther beats the shit out of him. Of course, as you know, he just got blasted. So he was kind of off balance anyway going into it. But during this fight, like when the Star Cell mixes with Deadpool's healing factor, Panther's like, yo, you could low-key lead to medical breakthroughs if you were like a good person and did all this shit. And Deadpool was like, bro, stop gaslighting me, you bitch. And they keep fighting, but yeah, he got mauled in this exchange. So at this current juncture on the scoreboard, we have it 1.5 Black Panther to 0.5 Deadpool. Deadpool gets half a win because he broke into Wakanda and he said Hakuna Matata. That was funny as shit. I'm giving him half a W for that. Half a win to Panther for the 2v1, and then one full win for absolutely mauling him. So that's the current score, with Panther up by 1 point. At this point, Deadpool gets teleported, and he ends up in the desert, basically, on the plains. And he sees these illegal poachers, which includes a dying zebra. First of all, he's not the, like, biggest advocate, but he is civically responsible at this point. Keep that in mind. So, first of all, he was reading their speech bubbles, which was hilarious, but he pulls up on them, and when they get to aggravating him, remember he doesn't have his arm? He cuts off one of their arms to see if it'd stick on his. So, yeah, he definitely styled on them for that, and he also cut the head off the zebra to bring its suffering to an end, and you'll see what else for in a little bit. But yeah, no, this story gets crazier and crazier as we go. Deadpool, after folding the poacher, steals their whip, right? And he's off. He's going back to Wakanda. Fuck that. And at this point, we actually see T'Challa's mom pondering, you know, the Captain Americas of the world and all that, and the fact Captain America and Black Panther have fought throughout the ages. And she fears Deadpool more than she fears Captain America, because Captain America is a man of honor. Deadpool is not. He's out here just living his best life. So to her, that makes him very dangerous, which is interesting. Let me know in the comment section, who scares you more, Captain America or Deadpool? They're both on your ass. Who scares you more? Let me know in the live chat. But anyways, getting back to this, and hit the like button if you haven't already. We see Deadpool is driving there, and he's screaming dramatic music louder and louder as he's approaching Wakanda for the upcoming rematch. Meanwhile, Black Panther's training. His mom's actually there viewing the training, and he's folding the Avengers, actually, like going all out. He's beating everybody in the projected battle, which was pretty crazy, even using a hypothetical attack on Hulk, which he admitted had never been used before, but it should, in theory, work. But yeah, pretty impressive feat for him. Now, using old forbidden routes into Wakanda, like secret trading routes, Deadpool breaks in. And when he breaks in, he hops into the building right next to, like, Black Panther and his mom. And he's like, "Run the fade, bitch, I'm back." And at this point, he's got the zebra's head on his arm. And he's like, "Yeah, we're running the rematch now." And so, keep in mind, Black Panther's mom's there, right? So he's like, "God damn, I gotta get my mom out of here." So he starts using projections and dances on Deadpool. He's like, "Nah, I'm not letting this slide." Gets his mom out of there. He then proceeds to 1v1 Deadpool. Beats the shit out of Deadpool. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. This was a clear beating. Again, he is using a zebra head as his arm. That's kind of hard, but but he got beat up, right? And at this point, T'Challa's like, "Dude, I'll give you your arm back. Just leave forever, because you're really annoying. Like, I don't want you in my country. I'm not gonna help you. You're lucky I'm letting you leave, but you're gonna leave with your arm and just go home. I'm tired of this." So at this point in the story, that beating was so clear. In my opinion, the score is 2.5 to half a point for Deadpool. So Panther's up 2 on the score right now. Predict down below who you think will win by the end of the story, because this is a crazy scoreboard you're about to see. So at this point, Deadpool is still arguing that he doesn't want to leave. He's getting his arm, all that, but he doesn't want to leave forever. He's still determined, and he actually shouts out Wakandan Halloween, like in the middle of their argument after what he called their narrative big fight, which was hilarious. And he also called this part of the narrative as well. He's like, "Yo, I love how we're progressing on the narrative of the story and hitting all our narrative points." And that pissed off Panther. So at this point, we also see Jack-O-Lantern is going to be pulling up, which is another kind of obscure villain in Marvel. So again, because of how funny he was and the fact he predicted the narrative and called it and pissed off Panther with that, I'm going to give half a win to Deadpool. So the score is 2.5 to 1 going into issue 3 of 5 of this story. So we're actually a little over halfway through. Smash the like button. So at this point, we get a little backdrop on what's driving Jack-O-Lantern to do what he's doing, right? Like, why is he being a dick? Well, we see it's mostly because he doesn't feel anything. Like, he's socially dead on the inside. Just emotions aren't there, but he wants to feel something. Now, the problem with this, he hates Deadpool because Deadpool lives his best life. He just lives, where Lantern feels dead. So he's like, "You know what? I'm going to pull up on Deadpool and fold him." So at this point, a fire is reported in Wakanda, and Panther's like, oh shit, we got to get there. Hops in the jet. Deadpool goes too, because he's not going to let Deadpool leave his sights. They get there, they drop in, house is burned down. They're comforting the families. Panther's like, dude, what happens? And then at this this was funny. Yo, F in the live chat for Deadpool. So Deadpool's talking to Panther while he's comforting a kid. He's like, bro, yo, why does Wakanda, like, I thought you said this wasn't any kind of, like, weird farm. Why is there a scarecrow? The scarecrow was Jack-O-Lantern. And Jack-O-Lantern rocks Deadpool with explosives, right? He just absolutely rocks him. And then we see Deadpool square up and be like, all right, Panther, we ain't going out like this. Let's get his ass. In the 2v1 ensues with Panther and Deadpool taking down Jack-O-Lantern. Now, when they do, we see, again, there was a child there, right? So Panther's like, yo, we got to comfort the child, the family, all that. We got to make sure they're good. So he goes to comfort the child, right? Like, he even takes his mask off, and he's like presenting himself in a more humane way to the child to calm them. And at this point, he's like, Deadpool, you just watch Jack-O-Lantern. We already got him incapacitated. You just keep an eye on him, all right? And later, we will take him on the copter with us, and we'll handle his arrest and all that. So, while Deadpool's watching him, Deadpool dome shots him. Kills Jack-O-Lantern in front of the child. Like, traumatizes the child. Panther freaks out. He's like, bro, I told you to watch him. He's like, dude, I took care of him. Like, I got rid of him. Would you have rather taken him on the airplane with that child? Like, do you think that was safe? Which, in my opinion, was pretty funny. And then at this point, Panther's pissed, right? He's like, you know what, Deadpool? Let's go at it. They get into it. They really fight. He's like, I'm sick of your shit, Deadpool. I'm going to punish you for this. And then it's kind of implied that, like, Panther also has an advantage in this fight because he knows he won't kill Deadpool. So he can fight a little crazier and hurt him. This leads to him beheading Deadpool. That's right. Deadpool got beheaded. So the score is 3.5 for Panther to just 1 for Deadpool. In favor of Panther going into issue 4. Again, in the comment section down below and in the live chat, let me know who you think is going to win. So now we see, like, Panther's flying around and flying back, and he has Deadpool's head with him. Deadpool is talking shit regardless of him just having his head, right? He's just doing his best to ignore Panther, say some shit to get on his nerves, and he's cracking mad puns just trying to get Panther to laugh. He also calls out Black Panther for being redundant, and he was kind of shook when he finds out that Deadpool actually has fourth wall breaking ability. He's actually consulted the author before, Coates, just to see about, like, American culture and all that. So that was hilarious. Deadpool was like, oh shit, he knows some fourth wall shit too. And so this leads to them going back to Panther's palace and in his lab where he's going to work on Deadpool, right? Alright, now live chat, get ready to turn up because the energy is changing for Deadpool, right? He's getting shit talked to him by Panther. Panther's got his body there and his head separated. And Deadpool goes, yo, I might be a dead man, or I might not be a dead man because you can't kill me, right? But I got a dead man switch, you dumb bitch. And he blows up the area. Absolutely rocks Panther. I'm talking about this shit was crazy. And he pulls off the rob him. He's like, yo, I'm making a play. You were hating on the kid. I'm gonna make the score. Like, I'm gonna rob you anyway, you fucking bitch. And he rocks Deadpool, Panther, puts him down, and gets out of there. Score has changed, ladies and gentlemen. It is now 3.5 to 2 in favor of Black Panther. Then we see Deadpool and Black Panther get into it again. Like, obviously, they were going to fight again because like, at this point, shit's getting crazy, and Deadpool's literally trying to rob him. Deadpool concedes. He's like, man, with tech and prep, you're above me. I can't beat Panther when you're teching and you're prepping. Shit, it is what it is. But guess what? I'm going down swinging, bitch. And starts scrapping with him. The fight's interrupted when Deadpool is teleported. And when he's teleported, he accidentally ends up in Panther's technology secret cave, which is half a W because shit's about to get treacherous. So 3.5 to 2.5 in favor of Black Panther currently. We see in the tech cave, like, don't let that boy Deadpool in. Like, he's gonna make some plays. We see when he gets in, there's some serious technology in there, including new suits. Deadpool steals the new tech suit, the new Tech Panther suit, and calls himself Pantherpool. And when Black Panther arrives down there, we see like Pantherpool square up with him, and he's like, "Yo, what up, twin?" And they start scrapping. Like, the brawl is about to get real, and Deadpool's like, "Yo, you was talking mad shit when you had the tech advantage, but look now, like, this shit's about to be real interesting." Deadpool, in the middle of the fight, gets teleported again. And when he gets teleported, he ends up in the epicenter of vibranium. Now, let me tell you what this means. This is literally a mountain full of vibranium located in Wakanda. This is their source. All their vibranium's here, right? And Deadpool's looking around, and he feels the crowbar. It's the crowbar starting to interfere with what's going on around him, and he's like, oh shit. He's like, damn, it's crazy when you see the plot going in your favor, and everything starts to vanish. And predict what happens down below. What do you think's about to happen? Let me know in the comment section, because this is crazy. But yeah, at this point, you're about to see one of the greatest chain snatches in history occur. W's in the live chat. This is 3.5 to 3.5. Tied up. Going towards the end of this run. It's getting crazy now. Make sure to smash the like button. We then see Deadpool was confirmed to have stolen the whole damn mountain. Deadpool literally chain snatched all of the vibranium, and he took it to America. In particular, I think it was Jersey. That's right. This man took an entire mountain of vibranium on accident when he only need like a bullet amount, and he took it all. He took it all because the beef got too real. And this is when we see Panther pull up, right? Panther's like, yo, I gotta get our shit back, because that's literally like all our country's shit. We need it back. We see Pantherpool, aka Deadpool, has a sombrero on the side of the road in Jersey, and he's literally offering to sell vibranium. Panther obviously isn't going for that shit, and he drops in on Pantherpool, and he's like, yo, cut this shit out, dog. You literally stole everything. And Panther's like, bro, get out my face. So it's like Pantherpool versus Black Panther right now. It's getting confusing. I'll go back to just Deadpool. But yeah, he's still in the suit at this point. We then see this exchange go on, and Deadpool basically snaps, and he's like, yo, Panther, let me also tell you this. In the movies, you stole my gang sign. And he throws up the Wakanda Forever. He's like, I was doing this shit before y'all were doing that, and you stole that. Like, why are you stealing my drip? He then rocks the shit out of Panther, and we see Panther call in Shuri to help him, and the help will come in the form of hacking and shutting down the suit of Pantherpool. That's right, this new suit unfortunately had some heavy tech built into it, and as a result, it allowed Shuri to hack it, right? We see Deadpool, and rightfully so, basically tells Black Panther he's a bitch. He's like, yo, you are a bitch for getting Shuri involved again and for hacking. And he's like, this is America, bro. You're in America now, and I'm not going out like a hoe. After Panther declares, literally, like as a damn king, he declares war upon Deadpool himself, which I find to be hilarious. Like, the fact he got him to literally declare war on him is wild. As they fight, we see Panther accesses the spirit of a burial they are fighting on. And this is a big deal because, of course, Black Panther has the King of the Dead powers, right? This is where we see them get supposedly sent to the land of the dead, where Panther forces Deadpool to fight what appears to be the dead soul of Wade Wilson. Deadpool at this point, though, he's like, I ain't no bitch. I'm fighting regardless, and actually does fight back. We see this, of course, was a simulation, right? This was a simulation similar to the one Black Panther ran back in the back when he was fighting all those Avengers, and Deadpool manages to defeat the simulation. But then he's like, bro, I don't want to fight anymore. Like, I was just trying to be civilly responsible. You kept being a dick this whole time. You kept calling me the bad guy. Screw you, bro. Like, I just don't want to do this shit anymore. Like, you're a jackass, Panther. You're not that good of a guy as you think. But in the end, as we kind of wrap up this beef, Deadpool, in my opinion, wins. And you'll see why. So, he gets T'Challa to help him save the mailman with the vibranium. And during this, we see him do something that hasn't been done yet. After saving the mailman, Deadpool's like, yo, Black Panther, what do the Avengers decorate their party with? An 8-foot banner. And T'Challa, unfortunately for T'Challa fans, cracked up at the joke. That shit made him laugh. And Deadpool was like, yo, I made your bitch ass laugh. Deadpool wins and declared himself the winner, and I agree. He had one of the most incredible comebacks, way down, and came back to win 4.5 to 3.5. In the end, I believe Deadpool won the beef. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the story, let me know in the comment section down below. I had a blast reading it and recording it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's been your boy Jobbers and Goons. And if you want to see your favorite character, make sure...